Have you noticed how the constant noise of notifications and news feeds tires your brain? Our brains are overloaded with digital stimuli, and dopamine receptors lose their sensitivity. As a result, familiar pleasures no longer bring joy, and motivation declines. The solution is dopamine fasting, giving up digital stimuli for 24 hours. It's a reboot that reduces the load on the brain and restores the joy of simple things. Think of your brain as a smartphone that needs to be rebooted from time to time. I have experienced this myself. The first few hours without a phone are challenging, and dopamine hunger sets in. But then emotional richness returns, and the world seems to come alive. Research confirms that receptors need rest to recover. A real reboot begins when you stop looking for complex pleasures and start enjoying simple breathing and the sounds around you. Dopamine is the chemical messenger of pleasure and motivation. Imagine a palette of paints. If you use one color for a long time, it fades. The same is true for dopamine. Constant stimulation from social media, videos, and fast food makes receptors less sensitive, and even familiar pleasures lose their brightness. Dopamine is responsible for pleasure, motivation, concentration, and movement. An excess of it overloads the D2 receptors, causing them to burn out. This condition is reversible if you give your brain a break. A 24-hour reboot, avoiding stimuli while eating, in the bathroom, and in the bedroom, reduces overload and restores the joy of simple things. I personally noticed that at first, there is a dopamine hunger, boredom, and a craving for gadgets. But then comes emotional renewal and awareness, which help control impulses and form new habits. A true reboot is the joy of simply breathing and hearing your heartbeat. In the next section, I will explain how to perform this reboot. Imagine a day without social media, without the habit of checking your phone while eating or even in the bathroom. This is dopamine fasting, giving up digital stimulation at key moments. The first few hours are a test, boredom sets in, and you want to go back to your gadgets. I myself felt like I was on a desert island without my usual entertainment. But this starvation is the key to restoring the sensitivity of dopamine receptors. The brain takes a break from the race for quick pleasures and begins to appreciate simple joys, the taste of food, walks, live communication. Adapting to the absence of stimuli helps restore inner balance. Increased awareness allows you to better manage your emotions and form useful habits. A real reboot is the joy of simple breathing and the sound of your heart. In the next section, I will tell you how to reboot and feel motivated. Rebooting your brain isn't just about giving up gadgets, but also about working on your habits and attention span. We often don't notice how we automatically reach for our phones or snacks, as if on autopilot. At this point, it's important to be mindful, to notice your actions and emotions without giving in to impulses. I myself noticed that during the reboot, I became more attentive to my thoughts. Before, it was chaos, but now I have the opportunity to choose what to focus on. It is this ability to control our attention that helps trick the brain to reduce the craving for quick stimuli and find joy in simple things. Scientific research confirms that increased awareness reduces stress and improves control over habits. During the period of dopamine deprivation, many people notice an inner peace and clarity that motivates them to move forward. Rebooting is the first step toward changing not only your brain, but also your lifestyle. Next, I will explain how to make this process simple and effective. Now I will tell you how to prepare for the practice. Start with preparation. Warn your loved ones and plan meals without gadgets. Give up screens while eating, in the bathroom, and in the bedroom. The first few hours are a test. I felt like I was in the wild without my usual entertainment. If you get bored, go for a walk outside, do breathing exercises, start a journal. These steps help restore balance to the brain. 24 hours is an investment in yourself. After rebooting, you will feel motivated, clear-headed, and joyful. Rebooting the brain reduces overload and restores the sensitivity of dopamine receptors, the messengers of joy. Studies show that prolonged stimulation causes receptor burnout, while rest reduces impulsivity and the desire for quick pleasures. Many people note that after fasting, the world becomes brighter, emotions become deeper, and inner balance becomes stronger. Rebooting is not a fad, but a way to regain motivation and peace of mind. Next, I will discuss how to maintain the effect and implement new habits. How to maintain the effect. Rebooting is the first step toward controlling your happiness. Giving up digital stimuli restores dopamine receptors, bringing back joy and motivation. To maintain the effect, take regular breaks from social media and sweets, practice mindfulness, and engage in physical activity. Many people note that life becomes brighter and fuller. A true reboot is the joy of simple breathing and the sound of your heart. Don't stop. Make rebooting a part of your life and find new sources of happiness. Thank you for your attention. Like, subscribe, and share your impressions in the comments. Especially for you, I have arranged for free likes on YouTube.